Lisa Azul is an annual bilateral training exercise that we conduct with the Spanish Marine Corps every year in September. It's one of our capstone events as far as our series of bilateral exercises that we do throughout the year with the Spanish Armed Forces. The reason we conduct it is to enhance interoperability with our Spanish partners, and also gives you an opportunity for our fast platoons, which are deployed out here on a rotational basis, to maintain and build readiness.
The first week, the Marines and the Spanish went down to SDR. It's a local training area where they focused on some live fire movement. They did some IED lanes and some patrol training on top of some other classes as well, going over, it's kind of like a subject matter exchange, going over each other's weapon systems, exchanging some TTPs and things like that. So the Fast Year Challenge was our kickoff for our week here local. And what it is in layman's terms is a break-off physical event that encompasses a bunch of different stations that focus on primary skills. So kicking off the Fast Year Challenge, they broke up into groups. They ran over here to the O course, had to complete some physical training.
We just did the O course because it's one of the first hard things you do in boot camp for us. It's just going over obstacles, and it's just mainly for us to get gassed out for the rest of the competition, because we have to use our mind. So if you're a little bit slayed, it's harder to use your brain. Next, we went to the beach and we got on boats. They took us out and dropped us off, and we swam back. We're amphibious, so no matter what happens, we need to be able to swim, not just in the pool, but if you go in the ocean, it's a lot different than swimming in a pool. You got the wake, everything like that. After that, we ran probably about three to five clicks, and we took a casualty, got him on the stretcher, and then carried him another approximately 2 kilometers to get CASVAC.
They moved to a few different stations, doing things like radio programming, calling over 9 lines, using their appropriate format.
And then ran all the way back to the O course. At the O course, we did disassembly and assembly of our weapons and the Spanish weapons. All of this put together was just brilliance in the basics and just showing the Spanish what our basics are. At the end of the day, my feet hurt, but it was fun.
The training we're doing here local this week is it's essentially round robin, where we have 3 days of training. Each day, the groups will go to a different station. So the stations are fast rope and rappel on the tower, which primary focus is to be able to insert via helo, depending on the mission set.
You do 2 times fast roping and 1 time rappelling off of the skid, and then going to do McMap, but just basic McMap moves, and then grappling with each other, just to build camaraderie.
We have another station, which is live fire training, so just working on the overall marksmanship proficiency of the individual Marine to just increase weapons proficiency. So our final station we have is tactical combat casualty care on top of mount or interior tactics. This one focusing on just working inside an urban environment, individual skills, small unit skills as well, as far as taking an enclosure, dominating an enclosure, and just operating in an urban environment. So a lot of times we ask ourselves, why is it important to work with multiple nations and do large-scale exercise like this? It's important for a few reasons. It enhances interoperability. You never know what's going on in the world. Something big might pop off and you might be standing side by side with these guys. And it's important to have that relationship, to understand how they work. They understand how we work. In the event that something like that were to happen, we do have that relationship, that background knowledge, and that mutual level of respect that will carry us leaps and bounds in the future.
I know my Marines personally have learned a lot from the Spanish, and I know the Spanish have learned a lot from us. So I think it has been a huge success, plus it has been a lot of fun, trading patches or trading rank or just experiencing a different culture.